What is up, everyone? CPAT here with another Exceed commentary. And today, we're going to have the conclusion of the match between the Cowboys and the Wardens. It's Moriatti on red side. It's Rose on blue side. How's everyone doing? Let me open up the chat real quick. And yeah, it should be an interesting one. So far, the Wardens have been doing really well in the tournament. They've won 11 out of their 15 games, and the Cowboys have been doing less good than that. They only have 5 out of their 15. But if Moriatti gets a 3-0 sweep, the Cowboys are basically back in the tournament, and if not, then probably their tournament run is over. So no pressure here for Moriatti. It looks like we're gonna start off with a little Plague Knight here for Moriatti. Of course, the reskinned Bomberman. We're gonna see Rose on the Guile. So Plague Knight's actually, whoops, ignore that. Don't look behind the hood of the card tracker. We've made some improvements such that we don't actually have to type out the cards anymore. But yeah, Moriatti basically needs to 3-0 for his team to stay in the tournament. We have seen so Moriatti's not a Plague Knight player by trade just yet, but we have seen Moriatti's Plague Knight before. I think it's a character that he would do really good at if he just gave it a little bit more practice. I think already is good. He just needs to figure out the lines a little bit. What's up, Ice Pop? Yeah, we got production value now. It's not really production value, it's just now we don't have to waste time typing out the cards. But we're going to see Rose on the Guile. I've never seen Rose play Guile before. Right off the bat, she boosts Run to get to range 1. Guile's a character that does have a lot of these like funky bit speed options that are melee, right? So Flash Kick is an example of one, and then of course the two famous ones with no guard is the reverse spin kick and the spinning back knuckle. Moriatti says, okay, I'm going to strike right away. Range 1 options for Moriatti include the Staff of Surging, which is a 6-speed ignore guard that does lose the focus but beats sweep. And Giant Bomb, which is a sweep-like. And it is that Staff of Surging, as we predicted, or as we didn't really predict it, but as we called out, that Staff of Surging will draw Moriatti 2 cards and will stun out the Flash Kick, so that's 1 damage in for Moriatti. It's not the highest reward, but you get some cards as well. Once one of the ignore guard options gets dropped, that's when we see Rose put on the Shades, which add additional guard to her attacks and make them critical automatically. We're going to see Moriatti just attempt another strike here. And he's going to be tacking on a card. This is completely random. Of course, we can take a look at Plague Knight's UA. We tack on before hit and after triggers. And we're going to be tacking on an after retreat 3 on this. So, I mean, if this is a grasp, that's pretty big, right? Grasp will basically just win every combat here. If we're Plague Knight here, if this is a grasp. Of course, this was a very, very random Plague Knight UA, right? Because we have 6 cards in hand, but maybe there's more than one beneficial one there for Moriatti, so he just decides to go for the risk. But I'm thinking this after 3 is looking really good here. Roche just goes for the Wild Swing. It's going to be the sweep, but it's the Wild Swing reverse spin kick to beat out the sweep, and that is bad news if you're Moriatti. This reverse spin kick ignores guard, is auto crits due to the Shades, and that's going to discard 2 cards at random and deal 5 damage, stunning the sweep. Wow, that is a huge Wild Swing there. Drops an Assault and a Perfect Pitch as well. Perfect Pitch, of course, is Plague Knight's pseudo DP, right? 2/3/7. And Assault is very good. As we see a strike right away, it's going to be the random spinning back knuckle with no guard on it, dealing 7. Beating the Wild Swing dive, and Rose is off to an explosive start here. Discards another card at random from Plague Knight's hand, and wow, this is absolute scenes thus far. Rose sustains her Shades of Glory as well. Both players have to prepare down to lowish hand size, but just absolutely explosive start here for Rose. Moriatti goes for a strike, discards the block, so his attack will have add this card to your cage at the end of the strike. Fun fact, I guess there's a typo on this card. I didn't really realize it's add this card to your gauge and the end of the strike. Don't know. Rose with EX spike calls out the regular spike, and that is massive damage. Should be Rose dealing 6 more damage with that EX spike calling out the regular spike. And wow, this is the most explosive start to an Exceed match I've ever seen. We're playing Moriatti striking again, attacking on the before advance 3, so I wouldn't be surprised, with of course the auto dodge, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is, oh my, wait, this is funky. So the chain reaction will go first, will hit for 3. The EX dive, however, from Rose is not stunned. So Rose will dive over. Obviously, dive's effect was tacked on here. So we didn't, Gal did not hit back and only took 3 damage, but what is going on here? Reverse spin kick, spinning back knuckle, EX spike, EX dive. This is just absolute, this is unhinged Gal gameplay for sure. It is not even unhinged Gal gameplay, this is just unhinged gameplay. Rose using every mid-speed possible in her kit. As we're going to see Gal prepare, and Plague Knight exceeds, so now Plague Knight can tack on up to 2 cards for those before hit and after triggers to the attacks. Notably, 1 dive and 1 assault, which are kind of the cards that we look at to tack on in a lot of cases if we're Plague Knight, are already down, but we still have 1 copy of those left, and I mean, it's still early on in the game, right? Feels like we're in the late game because Plague Knight has only 12 HP to his name, but no, we're still pretty early on. Bomberman still has 5 cards in hand, 14 cards in deck. So we're going to see an expenditure of 1 force to move back to range 1. Rose threatening the 2nd copy of the reverse spin kick and the spinning back knuckle here, funnily enough. Moriatti just going for a vanilla strike here. No bells and whistles onto it. So could this be 2nd ignore guard, for example, to try to pop the shades off? Does lose to focus. Could just be a fast slow mix up otherwise. I don't really expect this. I feel like it's the 2nd ignore guard though. I really do. Rose going for the spinning back knuckle, and yeah, that gets finally pops the shades. It is that Staff of Surging that we predicted. Rose going for the Madman naked spinning back knuckle again, predicting a slow, but not meant to be. Rose just going completely in. Wow, this is... Finally something works out for Moriatti as that Staff of Surging knocks the shades off as well. Moriatti striking again, tacking on, move the opponent 1 or 2, or push or pull 1 or 2, and tacking on after draw a card as well to this, to whatever this strike is. Rose reveals EX Grass, but is the sweep. Okay. I was about to say, if this EX Grass repeats regular Grass for something, that'd be something else. This is the 3rd EX that Rose has revealed this game. Discards the double sweep kick as well, which is the fast range 3 option that Guile has at speed 6. Guile now also put at range 3. Excuse me, put at range 3 by the sweep with the grasp on it. Moriatti down to 8 HP to Rose's 19. So, I mean, Plague Knight's a character that can make comebacks, but needs force, right, to play those ultra boosts, right? The Berserker's Brew, the Serum Supernus. But Rose is striking again here. Reminder, she's out of spikes and dives. This is probably just an assault. And we're tacking on a before close 2 on this. But it is... Okay, so it's the Sonic Boom, which has 5 guard. Unfortunately, it's a cross that Moriatti has played, right? So this cross can do up to 5 damage if Moriatti chooses to spend a force. But that Sonic Boom will hit back. This is like the scuffedest... The most scuffed spike you've ever seen, basically. That's as soon as Moriatti crosses out... that's unhinged. Sonic Boom at range 3 will hit back for 4. Moriatti says, okay, gotta change cards here. 3 cards engaged, nothing in hand. Has to CC here. Back to Guile. And yeah, we did just see a range 3 Sonic Boom. No crit on it though, at least. So Moriatti has 4 HP instead of 2, but just absolute scenes. What an explosive way to start this match. So we're gonna see a reading come out here from Rose. Reading into the final card. Reading whiffs, however, we see a hand of Block, EX Castle Crasher, and Giant Bomb. I mean, this could be anything from Rose, right? The question is it the final mid-speed option, that second copy reverse spin kick? Moriatti goes for the wild swing and is going to tack on additional clauses to it. It has an after advance retreat 1, has hit +2 power on it. Wild swings the triple dose. That's not going to do it anything. Since of course Moriatti has no gauge. It's the chain reaction, and that is GG. Chain reaction obviously not going to be able to pop the 6 guard on sweep, because this has hit +2 power after move 1. But yeah, not enough damage there. Rose takes game 1 in absolutely explosive fashion. Now her team, Wardens of the Garden, has officially taken first place. I don't think they can be superseded. I'm pretty sure they can't be, because I'm pretty sure everyone else has played. But wow, just what a start! What a start! Rose just hitting every mid speed possible in the early game. The first one off that wild swing as well. Just absolute scenes. A game that took like only 10 minutes as well. Rose off to trying to catch a train or something, as we see our next match already starting, and it's going to be a Season 5 special. It's going to be Ragna into 9. Apologies in advance. Sorry, the card tracker does not work for 9. Are we going to... Having it work for 9 is also not like a priority of mine. I'll probably do that when I have time in like a couple months, more than anything else. Ragna, of course, your standard Unga Bunga character. Just play random strikes and win games. 9 the Phantom. We don't need to talk about this character too much. We've seen a lot of her recently. Just recursion up the wazoo with this character, mainly. I don't know why it filled those up with zeros. We'll just get rid of that, and we'll just put sorry. There we go. Yeah, Rose got somewhere to be, and it's not here, right? It's not here. Rose is somewhere to be. We'll take like Ragna's UA real quick. I believe this is the first time we're actually seeing Ragna in this tournament. Ragna's UA hit 1, gain 1 life, so character that's just incentivized to strike over and over again. Very, very cool. We can take a look at Ragna's kit as well. We'll take a look at super DP, like 6 Delta. Dive that gets you advantage. I mean, slowish dive basically, right? 2 to 4 guard on it as well. So not quite the slow fireball, but in cases can play like one at range 4. Ignore armor option, but it's ranged, right? So only hits 3 to 4 unless the opponent's in the corner. And then like a sweep like that builds you 2 gauge. Ultras here, Devoured by Darkness, decent when exceeded or EX'd. When exceeded, of course, at range 3, you're going to be above curve here. Gets you a bunch of life as well, right? Carnage Scissors, of course, the dodge the range attack and then come back and hit you later. That's something that Nine's definitely going to have to worry about in this matchup quite a bit. This will beat options like Rock, it'll beat options like the Morganite or the Navy Pressure, etc., etc. So this is an option that's Rose will have to be concerned about with the 9, assuming that she's going to play a zoning game. And I think a strike has already happened while I was gone. It's going to be the Emerald of Enmity beating out the Gauntlet Hades. Of course, Emerald of Enmity has pushed 1, then retreat 1, so forces Ragna back to range 6. And then that Gauntlet Hades will advance 2, but then miss. Yeah, these guys are just raring to go, huh? Back to Rose here. We'll take a look at Rose sealed area. I mean, 1 copy of each special and ultra here for now. Looks like she prefers the numpad arrangement. This is the sign of a decent 9 player. Rose now boosting the Citrine of Change. Attacks at range 4 do not hit you at the start of your next turn. Key charge this. Ragna boosts Light at range 4. So that Lapis will get key charge. An interesting boost. You don't see it a whole lot, I feel like, as Rose replaces her boost with Defend. It's just that this card just often says in the late game, win the strike. Of course, 9 has recursion, so she can just get it back later. Ragna gonna say strike into this. Could be a 6-speed dive here to potentially pop the defenses of Defend. Could be that Dead Spike option that we were talking about earlier as well. Could be the Gauntlet Hades as well. And it could be the Hell's Fang as well. So there's a decent number of options as to what this could be. Ragna has a ton of range 4 options. Oh, I don't think I changed the characters at the top, huh? Let me do that real quick. Before Rose plays a card. If only this was automated as well. Unfortunately, it's not. It is going to be that Flame Punisher, the early Flame Punisher, calling out that Ragna's not going to play Dive or... actually, calling out that Ragna's not going to play only Dive. That early Flame Punisher going to deal 7. Of course, the Gauntlet Hades will go first. Will hit for 4, ignoring armor. Of course, Rose had 1 armor, but she's stun immunity here. So she will push Ragna back, will draw a bunch of cards, and deal 7 in the process. Good ultra. Good ultra there. For sure. As we see Navy Pressure boosted, this is going to be a defend and boost, right? Good boost. Steal a card from your hand, right? So, it's defend, but also you get that recursion as well. She will bring back the Emerald of Enmity to her hand, which is, of course, that really fast range 3, range 4 option. Only 2 damage, but basically just also wins combats just 100% of the time. Back to Ragna here. Ragna spends 2 force in the form of Spike and Dive to do something. Probably move, yeah, moves to range 2. Range 2, of course, pretty scary for Ragna. Every card hits, I'm pretty sure. Yep, every card hits for Ragna, because why not? Ragna has access to DP, has access to slows, has access to mid-speeds at range 2. Every card outside of Grasp hits at range 2 for Ragna. That's a fun little fact. As we see the CMOS gates boosted, seal a card from your discard pile, take another action. Of course, cost the force, but you can seal a card from. You can just seal a card at the. You can seal the card that you pay for the cost, right? So it looks like Rose will seal the Spike to bring back a Kunzite to her hand. Oh no! The Amethyst of Annihilation will beat the Wild Swing Blood Scythe. Of course, Amethyst of Annihilation has Ignore Guard on it. Beats the slow option there from Ragna off the Wild Swing. That is a little bit unfortunate. We'll get Ragna off 9's back as well with the push 2. Rose also gains advantage off this because Ragna was pushed more than 0 spaces. That is an unfortunate Wild Swing if you're Moriatti. Rose now playing an EX. Is this EX Kunzite? It is EX Kunzite. Will beat the Dead Spike. Dead Spike has only 4 defenses. This is 6 power ignoring armor, and Roche is going nuts again. That Dead Spike, although I will say, was ill-advised, but Rose says, who cares about Carnage Scissors if you can't even build Gauge to hit me? Ragna now striking back, probably just a dive if I had to guess. Does Rose have the sweep? Rose just going to cross out of this. It is essentially dive. With the Hell's Fang. Hell's Fang will miss. Rose crosses out. Both players had only 2 cards left, but Rose just kind of just going in, right? Now she boosts the Androdite of Accord, says plus 0 to 1 range, hits can't hit me back. Good boost. Ragna boosts Fierce in response to this. Rose will prepare. Ragna strikes. This is probably just DP if I had to guess. 8 power DP, no big deal here. Or, I mean, 7 power DP, but the 7 power DP heal 1. Of course, Rose plays the 8 speed option to beat the DP in the Azurite Inferno. That's only 2 damage, right? But just ruins Moriatti's hopes and dreams here with the Azurite Inferno. And on top of that, gets 2 cards of recursion as well, right? You may steal up to 2 cards for your discard pile with the Azurite Inferno. And things have just gone from bad to worse. I mean, wow. Rose will seal Cross to obviously bring Cross back. And what's the second card Rose will seal? Rose will seal Navy Pressure to bring back Navy Pressure as well. Oh, Rose choosing to seal a different card now. Looks like Rose was actually trying to seal Cross to bring back that Emerald of Enmity so she can go for the Sea Moss Gate again. But not today. And yeah, Rose absolutely on fire. It's 26-9. Ragna cannot get a single hit in. Rose will seal Assault to bring and Navy Pressure to bring back Navy Pressure and Morganite of Malice to her hand. Of course, has that hit Advanced Retreat 2 on top of that, because why would that boost not have that? So Rose gets out of the corner as well. Of course, with that card recursion off the Azurite Inferno, Rose maintains her hand and then just decides to run away. Ragna has only 1 card in hand, so has to prepare. Finds himself at range 5. Range 5 is no good when you have no gauge, right? Because none of these cards hit at range 5. It's going to be the Navy Pressure beating the Wild Swing Grasp from Rose. And yeah, this is oh man, we're going to have to censor this game. Oh my, this is just absolute brutal from Rose. No remorse here. I don't even know if I can show this without having the child warning on my stream. This is really something. Rose even choosing to recur the Navy Pressure, forcing Ragna to move in. Ragna does have 4 ultras at least, so we'll move into range 2. Generates enough force to do that. Rose, it's back to Rose. I mean, range 2 is not 9's best place to be, but the life totals are 26-3. This is, oh my, it's fast, it's quick, and it's decisive as well. We are only 22 minutes into the cast, and Rose is about to take game 2, in pretty stunning fashion. Rose spends 1 force to move to range 1, drawing that Navy Pressure. We're gonna see Ragna boost Defend. Back to Rose here. Rose boosts Fierce just to make sure her attack will kill. Ragna preps. At the very least, we don't have an 8-speed option to deal with, but I mean, Rose still probably has both copies of the second copy of Grasp left. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen it yet. Will she pair it with a Reading? I don't believe we've seen a Focus yet from Rose either. No, Rose preps 1 more time. Now, Ragna taking a look at the discard. Of course, 9 is a little bit weak to Reading, just because she does start with only a 25 card deck, and 16 of those are normals, right? So only 1 copy of each special and ultra. So 9 is a little bit weak to Reading when she hasn't sealed a ton of normals yet, and so far only 3 sealed, so there's a good chance that this Reading will hit. And yeah, it's the Reading. Whiffs, we see a hand of 0-0-1-2 Navy Pressure. And is this game over? Yes, it is. That is Moriatti. Oh no, Moriatti does gain a hit point, but nope, just decides to scoop, and that is going to be game 2 going to Rose in absolutely clinical fashion with the 9 over the Ragna. The Wardens now score their 13th point, and they look absolutely unstoppable. It's going to be Moriatti now bringing out his own Guile. Hopefully we can see some of those mid-speeds, some of those fun mid-speeds come out. And it's going to be Rose bringing out the Spectre Knight. And I don't know what it is, but this tournament's bringing out all the Spectre Knights. Oh, whoops! I broke the coding on my card tracker. That is no good. Let me see if I can reload that without breaking anything on the stream. Will it work? Will it just work, TM? I really hope it does. Yes, I think it just worked. Nice. So Moriatti will go first here. I mean, 1 point's better than nothing, but I'm pretty sure Moriatti's team is just out of the tournament now. I don't think 6 points in 2 weeks is enough to win here. For Rose, if she ends up taking the set 3-0, there's a chance they just like win this tournament just outright. Provided like they don't have like a really bad performance next week. We're just gonna see Guile be striking right away here. Obviously, it's gonna be either that Sonic Boom, or the dive. A little bit of a funny mix-up here. Spectre, not the best character on defense, especially at range 4, right? At range 4, nothing hits on defense because this UA only works on offense. We've seen this UA too many a time. Really, really good on main Spectre's really good on offense at range 4, but not so good on defense at range 4. So Rose has to make the call out whether this is Sonic Boom or dive. I mean, sweep or focus will beat the dive. Rose's own dive will beat the Sonic Boom. It is a sweep, and finally Moriatti has something going his way. It's the Sonic Boom beating the sweep. I mean, obviously, I think Rose took one too much damage. Should be only 4. Rose doesn't even Rose went so hard on Guile in game 1. She doesn't even know how much how much damage the cards do. Guile obviously has to retreat. I mean, he's forced to move. Obviously, wants to retreat so it doesn't get hit by the sweep. But now faces down the range 3 mix-up on offense with the Spectre UA if Rose chooses to pair her attack with one. She may steal 2 cards from her hand face down to tack on before advance 2 to her attack. Very, very expensive UA, right, as far as pure raw resources are concerned, but very powerful as well. Instead, we're going to see the turn 1 Judgment Rush. What is going on? The turn 1 Judgment Rush. I don't think I've ever seen this happen. It's a +2 power, +1 speed before close 2. The only question we're asking ourselves is this Spike or not? It is not Spike. It is a Throwing Sickle. Moriatti tries to cross out, but gets hit by the Speed 6 Throwing Sickle. Is only 5 damage, but Rose takes a step back to range 4, gets advantage as well. Beats the cross out. Guile just says, okay, I'm going to strike again into this. Rose goes for the Wild Swing. It is the dive this time from Guile, beating the Wild Swing Grasp. And these two players just really like to slug it out. It's two very offensively minded players, and so far Rose has gotten the better of Moriatti. But this game's looking pretty good for Guile so far. It's gonna be the second copy of Cross just beating the Spin Scythe. So the Spin Scythe will advance Spectre to the corner. A weird place to be. Also weird card to play here for Rose. I mean, obviously it's the option that beats the slows, but I'm surprised to see Rose initiate with this. I mean, Dash Slash is such a good boost here, especially in this kind of position where you don't really have a ton of cards in hand. It's your reload boost, right? It's gonna be just Rose just swings with the Dread Talon and beats the focus. Okay, I mean, sure. Meanwhile, Guile has exceeded, so can change cards with the gauge to generate additional force, and then may strike afterward. Rose is just unhinged. This is really, really spicy gameplay. Guile will strike a Wild Swing sweep, so will be a decent trade for both players. As Rose pulls the Flash Explosion out of Guile's hand. I'm assuming Guile's just gonna go for the change cards again. Yeah, change cards 1, so change cards generating 3 gauge. Will he strike again? Yeah, Guile strikes again. I'm sure Rose will just go for the Wild Swing again here. It's going to be the sweep. Barrier Lantern performs okay. It just spends your gauge. I don't know if Rose will want to be spending her gauge here, though, because it'll leave her with very, very limited resources. She'll probably have to do some calcs here, whether she wants to keep it or not. Nope, decides to chuck it. And gets a good trade here anyway, 4 for 4. Rose with these Wild Swings is actually performing really well. Drops that second copy of Dread Reaper from the hand, but, I mean, also whatever. Rose will replace that card, of course. Both players down to 10 HP in just what is an absolute slugfest. Back to Rose here. Has only one card to her name. Unfortunately, that's the problem with striking so much into Guile, right? Is that Guile's going to end up with way more cards than you as long as he's hitting. And yeah, that's going to be Moriatti drawing 3 more cards, almost assuredly going to strike here. Are we finally going to see a mid-speed option come out here from Moriatti? The tell for me there was the fact that discard was checked. It is going to be the Spider Scythe from hand beating the double sweep kick. I mean, I don't know why you're striking with this at range 1, but fine. I mean, it was going to hit, but still. Rose just strikes again, just immediately off this. Not really a fan of that double sweep kick, but I guess Moriatti didn't really have a better option at range 1, and or just wanted the advantage. And wanted to call out, I don't know, wanted to call it like a Dread Talon. What is this? What else does this even call out? Just calls out Wild Swing, I guess, in general, because a bunch of Spectre's Wild Swings will miss here. Moriatti setting up for an EX. It's going to be the EX Spike, which will trade with this Throwing Sickle. The Throwing Sickle will go first, hit for 2, and then that EX Spike will come back and hit for 6. Absolute slugfest here. Rose strikes with a card from hand. Assault Spike mix-up here to deal with for Moriatti. He's out of crosses, I believe. Oh yeah, the card tracker is just an absolute mess right now, but I'm like 99% sure Moriatti's out of crosses. Okay. Moriatti now at 5 HP. Rose takes her card back and strikes. Thank you, Migo, for calling that out. I was thinking about it, but also my brain was focused on talking. Just really high-octane gameplay. Thank you for calling that out, Migo. In the chat, shout out to Migo. Rose plays the last card in her hand. Moriatti goes for the Wild Swing. Is this game over? It is. Could be over. This game is over. Rose takes the set 3-0. just swinging and swinging and swinging. Rose clearly has somewhere to be, because this was the fastest set I've seen in a while. I will say Rose did get some very good Wild Swing luck, whereas Moriatti got like less than good Wild Swing luck, it felt like. Which definitely could have mattered in this third game, because this third game was actually super close. The first 2 were less than super close, I'd say, but who knows, man. But that is gonna be it. I mean, yeah, it's Guile, right? There's so many Wild Swing options that beat this Spike, right? Just because it's Guile. So yeah, the spinning back knuckle beats it as well. Well, I mean, it's over. It's over, yeah. I mean, yeah, Rose had those two Wild Swings in the mid game as well, right? Where she was low on cards and she was able to keep up as far as health totals were concerned, and just ended the game off this Spike. Disappointing if you're Moriatti. I mean, the Cowboys are now like officially like way out of this tournament. Like, I'm pretty sure that they have no chance of winning, right? Even if they go 9-0 next week, they'll just be tied with the Wardens for first place. But I mean, yeah, it's Exceed. So obviously, I mean, Moriatti did have the mid-speed option in hand, right? He did have the spinning back knuckle, but chose not to play it. I mean, chose to play the Spike as well. But yeah, that is one of the fastest sets of Exceed I've ever seen. I don't know. Have I seen a 3-0 faster than that? Maybe I have. Actually, I think I have. I can't remember who. I think Chica beat someone like that really comprehensively as well. You can check that out on my channel on YouTube. If you are on Twitch, thank you so much for watching live. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Feel free to leave a follow. We're like more than a couple followers away from affiliate, but it'd be cool if we could hit that. We can start making some money off this. And if you're on Twitch, thank you for subscribing on Twitch. I think we just hit 50 subscribers on Twitch. On YouTube, excuse me. So if you are on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I mean, this was a short one. You can loop this in with another one if you're marathoning some Exceed. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you for the next one. The next one will probably be next week. Actually, will assuredly be Well, it could be Sunday night, but if it's not Sunday night, then it'll definitely be late like next week. So I'll be taking a little bit of a break here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you for the next one. Bye bye.